is Alex Beermaster. Welcome to WildCard Wednesday. And let me show you this. Guess what time it is?
WildCard, bitches! Yeah!
So, yeah, it's Alex Beermaster. Welcome to Massachusetts Beer Reviews and Alex Beermaster YouTube channel. It is WildCard. And we got today Legendary Tanner, Legendary Bumpy, and whenever Beerman gets back, we got Legendary Beerman. So, let's get the party started, peeps, with Mr. Tanner. Cheers.
All right. Cheers, everybody. Got a little bit of beer left in that glass. It's all right.
Boom.
So, the beer we are bringing to WildCard today is a beer by Fox Farm Brewery. This is their Tideline Unfiltered IPA, clocking in at 6.8% alcohol by volume. It was canned 15/24. It did one of those, they stamped it on like the corner of the ring there, which is really annoying. But yeah, 5/15/24, so nice and fresh. We're in the 6th month right now, right? 6/19.
We're in June. We're in June.
Yeah, 6/19. So this is a little bit more than a month. Let's crack it open, pour it up. This was, I want to say, around like $4 for a can. Fox Farm doesn't distribute. You have to actually go there to get their beers. And it's worth the drive, I'll say. They're actually kind of far from where I'm at. I'm actually in Ledyard right now. And they're out of Salem, which is, I think they're maybe like 30 to an hour away from here. So it's kind of far, unfortunately. But let's pour this up.
But they're closer to you when you're at your regular home, right?
I'm in Connecticut. These guys are from Connecticut. This is a brewery from Connecticut. They're out of Salem, Connecticut.
Okay.
So, looks really nice. We got that hazy golden orange appearance. It's not super hop saturated. It doesn't have that super kind of hazy look to it. There is a little bit of clarity at the bottom there. But it looks really nice. We got about a finger and a half, tight knit bubble head, holding some good retention. Looks like it's going to leave a nice lacing, nice and frothy looking. So yeah, interested to try that. And cheers, everyone. Thanks for having me.
All right, you're welcome, Mr. Tanner. Thanks for joining, buddy. Let's get Mr. Beerman, and then the Bumpy, and then the Legendary Dan. Welcome, Mr. Dan.
Yeah, welcome, Dan.
Oh, cheers, Dan. What's up, bro? I didn't even see him.
Yeah, I know. We were busy talking. I just want to make sure the Legendary Dan is knowing that he's here, too. Yes.
Oh, God. Okay, so we got a really cool label in this can. Holy crap. This is from Browrise West out of somewhere down San Pedro, California. So kind of by Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach area, Long Beach, California, out of Los Angeles County. So it's called the Alligator IPA. So I am assuming it's a Westie. It's 7%. Check out that. It's all like weird, like in between. That's like cut out, like, you know what I mean? It's crazy, the label. I really like this label. Very cool. They always have really cool stuff like this. It was canned 3/14. It's fairly old there, but hopefully it's been kept up.
What is up, everybody in the chat? Luke, John, I'm trying to not be rude. John and Nelly, I'm just trying to listen to everybody. I'm sorry. Got the Legendary Dan, FLX Beer Reviews. Nice. I just want to make sure. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to listen to all you. Good.
That is not a Westie. That is a hazy IPA at 7%. Cheers.
Cheers. Now we got Bumpy and then Dan.
Cheers,
and then
man.
Cheers. All right.
I got Calad. This is Kettlehead and Modest Man, and it's called No Time to Die.
Ooh.
It's a double IPA coming in at 8.5% ABV. They don't give any of the brewing attributes, so I don't know what hops are using this. I'll have to look that up after I pour it and everything. It says slaps only, and this was canned on June 3rd, so about 3 weeks old. Less than 3 weeks old, actually. Yeah. Anyways, that's what the label art looks like.
That's cool. I like that.
I think the Clads are pretty cool ass beers sometimes when they're checking out the breweries and they're making beers together. I like that in a sense.
Let's see if this is it just says it's a double IPA, so let's see if this is a New England
All right.
double IPA. Watch mine look like a West Coast.
Oh God. Please be New England. Oh yeah, that's New England. That is New England for sure.
Very tight knit, frothy white head on that thing, with a nice kind of light. It's a very light colored body. It's a kind of straw yellow. It's hazy. This one's not quite murky, but you can't see through it anyways, so it's opaque. So that's good. Looks nice.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. We got Mr. Dan. Bam.
You know, I almost grabbed that beer.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it's good.
I have a can in my fridge, actually.
Oh, I thought you meant you didn't purchase it, but you almost
No,
did.
like I have a can in my fridge to drink.
All right.
We could double review this on Gun.
See who's right.
Is that against the rules, Alex?
What?
If I did the same beer as Bumpy?
No, not in my book.
What do you guys think? Is that lame?
I don't think so at all.
No, it's okay to.
All right, let me go grab it real quick then.
Yeah, if you want to,
Stop worrying about what other people think, Dan. God damn.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way too,
Damn.
Tanner. I'm the
Last
same
I
You
way.
need to be more like this guy. You know how many times Alex reviewed the same beer 7 times?
50,000
I
times.
think anybody cares.
Can you mute him?
Good, but I like to hear him saying too. I like to hear what he has to say too. All right, well, he'll be back in a second. So, but yeah, I'm looking. I try different beers, but when I'm like, it's whatever the name, whatever the thing is, I just grab it and that's it. I am very strict when I want to try different.
What
beers.
happened to Dan, Alex?
He's coming back to go get another beer. He's getting the same beer as Bumpy.
He's hanging out with Joe.
That's what he's doing. That's what he told me, and I said, okay, go ahead and do that. Yeah.
There we go. Was there a date on yours? June 3rd, right?
Yeah, June 3rd.
Yep.
I just looked it up to get the hops. It's Citra, Spectrum, Quantum, and HBC 23 or something.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's hope mine looks the same. Otherwise, we got a bigger problem.
Yeah, that means it's oxidized. Let's not hope for that. Perfect. I'm seeing it.
Good.
Some beans.
Okay. Cool. I will say I did have a slight sip of this at our beer expo, but I was pretty much gone and my palate was shot. So a little 2-ounce pour doesn't mean anything. So
The head died real quick.
It's true. All right.
Cool,
Looks
John. Have a good
delicious.
one, man.
All right, let's get
Nice,
this.
dude. That's awesome. What were your dates on the difference of the dates? Was the same dates or?
yeah, June 3rd.
All right.
And Bumpy's was June 3rd too?
Yep.
Well, yeah, because they got the same batch, and I think that's what's going on.
Yep.
I mean, which it should be in that sense. If if it's a different batch, it's still the same beer, but it's pretty cool to have the same batch as well.
Unless something weirdly happened. But
At least in my opinion, anyway. I don't know. So it's still pretty cool because you're with your peeps. So what we got here is a collaboration with Equilibrium. Okay, I hate saying that, but
Living room.
Just say EQ, buddy.
okay. So we got a collab with EQ at 400X, and it is from Magnified Brewing as well. So they are. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You guys seen this a couple days ago. I only have one can left of this, and I'm really enjoying this. I want to get more. But yeah, this stuff's freaking delicious, at least in my opinion.
It's freaking delicious.
So, because obviously it's a double India Pale Ale, and it's an 8.5% by volume. So let's pour this up. I like these kind of beers. I really do. Yeah. Do I buy stouts all the time? Yes, I do. Do I get New England IPAs and stuff like that? Yes, because it's hot out. So I do like to collect my stouts throughout the months, but that's just me.
Does he give a shit what anybody thinks? No, he doesn't.
No.
Right? No. No, man.
And as long as I'm not hurting your feelings, I shouldn't care.
Screw their feelings.
Right.
Screw 'em.
No, not screw the
Screw
feelings. Not cool. I love you, Ted. I love you. But that's what that looks like. So we're gonna get back to Mr. Tanner since he's a ball buster, and we'll get into all that next time around. He went to get a beer. I'll wait till he gets back. So
Oh, what do you mean all the way? I stood up.
Oh, okay. You win.
Right here.
All right, awesome. Playing with you.
Okay. All right. So we got the Fox Farm Tide Line unfiltered IPA. Looks really nice. We got our Dollar Tree glass we got today for $1.25. Look at that thing. Looks beautiful. Nose.
It's beautiful, actually. Yeah.
It smells like orange juice. It smells like very pulpy orange juice with like maybe a hint of grapefruit and some breadiness. There is like a touch of honey. It's got like a honey malt thing going for it. Smells very clean. Definitely smells very citrusy. Touch of pineapple. It's definitely some pineapple. So it's like orange juice and pineapple. So I haven't tried out. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, and please be delicious. Please. Cheers.
All right. With the amount of citrus that was on the aroma, I thought it was going to be like that kind of lemony, like chemically kind of citrus. But it's not. It's definitely very citrusy, but it's more like lemon lime, a little bit of sweetness. Very bready. You get that kind of yeasty, bready, kind of Fox Farm aspect to it. Tastes very clean. Carbonation could be a lot higher. Carbonation is a little lackluster. Mouthfeel's nice. Definitely refreshing. Like I said, I just wish the carbonation was higher, but the flavor is really good. There's a little bit of astringency on the finish, but it's not necessarily bitter. The sweetness from the malts definitely carries throughout and works well with the finish. Yeah, it's your typical kind of orange juice, kind of pulpy New England IPA. Maybe a little bit of that. Now that I'm sipping on a little bit more, maybe a little bit of that like pithy kind of aspect. So it does have maybe a little bit of that like pithy kind of bitterness. But keep sipping on it. It's good. It's a solid beer. Like I said, I just kind of wish the carbonation was a little bit higher. Oh, gee, thanks. Appreciate it, Bobby. And yeah, I like this one. Could be a little bit colder. I had it in the cooler behind me that's been sitting in some ice that probably melted. But overall, so far, pretty solid. 6.8%. Kind of dangerous, considering that much. You can tell it's got a little bit more heft to it. You can tell it's a little bit. It's got a little bit more flavor to it than your typical single IPA. I'll keep sipping on it. Let you guys know what I think about it as far as final thoughts and stuff. And thanks for having me. Cheers, guys.
All right.
Cheers.
Let's get back to Mr. Bumpy and then Beer Man and Dan and then me.
Bear Man, then Bumpy.
Yeah, thank you. So Bumpy, Beer Man,
All right.
then
Bear
me.
Man, Bumpy, then Dan.
Then Dan, then me. Yep. Trying to remember everything.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me take this down. Get that one out of the way. So yeah, it's a definitely a New England style hazy, let's call it. It's brewed. I should have known that because it says it's malted with raw barley, raw spelt, and raw oats, and then it has Amarillo and Simcoe as their hops. So I'm yet to brew them with some spalt. Yeah, so it's really high. I can't do a whole lot here.
Oh, that looks delicious.
The first thing I get is eucalyptus leaf, like a minty eucalyptus
What's up,
with
Blue
orange,
Ice?
with like an orange and slight grapefruit, little pine. More in the, it's sweeter in the nose. It's got a sweetness, so that's a good sign. I like the sweetness in these. But it's very earthy, very eucalyptus leafy. Like if you've ever gone through a eucalyptus tree forest, which we have a lot of them here, and it's like it smells so good. It's very earthy though. Oh my god, I can't wait. It's 2 months old, but man, I think it's had enough time to get any kind of green burn or anything like that out of there, so it should be good. Let's okay. Oh, we got to look at it kind of. It poured about maybe a finger head. It's holding a rim of retention. It's not terribly terrible. Good carbonation, medium carbonation. Hazy, you can't see through it. It's a we'll say a deep golden hazy color. Not quite orange looking, although it does have some orange hints in the aromatics. But looks good. It's got a slight milkiness, which is cool too. Let's taste it. Cheers.
Please be delicious. Please be delicious. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
That's good. Yeah, that's good, man. That's got a sweetness that's got that New England sweetness with a slight hint of bitterness, though. It's nice. It's got a great balance for the style, I think, personally. That eucalyptus and mint really work well together. It's like this cool kind of feel when you drink it. And then you're getting like an orange kind of peach with a little pineapple backing it up. As far as flavors go, the body is a medium body. The mouthfeel is really soft and pushing like almost creamy, like another cream bomb, dude.
Nice.
I almost have to say this is a creamy beer. And it's so soft going down. It's got a little bit of a green burn in the back on the soft palate, kind of before the waterfall, before the throat. But there's no alcohol going up and down, nothing like that going into the sinuses. Great lacing too. As I drink, it's leaving a lace for every sip. That's nice. Great body too. Very nice, rich body to it. That sweetness. It's a very good, interesting. I would call it more like a mixture between like a West Coasty style hazy to like a New England. It's got kind of like both kind of worlds. But very cool.
So it's like a clad on its own, even though it doesn't say it's a clad.
Or just like a mixture of both, like East meets West, you know?
I think there is a beer called that. I think East.
There's something like that. They've got and then of course the Westy guys over here, all the breweries here, they brew like a New England, but they also bring in that influence of bitterness and other things that you see in like West Coast style American.
Right, like you'll have that sweetness and then you'll have the bitterness towards the end because they're trying to please everybody on both.
Kind of getting every little exactly. But this hits every mark. It's really good, man. It's a really good beer. Something I'd send to people. Cheers.
Nice.
Definitely.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now it's Mr. Bumpy, and then Dan, and then me. Boom.
Bumpy and Dan together. Mhm.
Yeah. Give it up.
So the head does not last on this beer. I'm not sure if it's just my glass.
I think it's delicious.
No, mine is the same way. But if I swirl it, it froths up pretty nice.
Yeah. So it looked like it was more like a frothy beer, and then it kind of went more soap sudsy and just went right down. The aromas I get. From afar, it's a little bit like citrusy.
I heard something. I swear I heard a kid. Maybe I'm going crazy.
Let's
Sorry.
get closer.
Please, smells good.
Yeah, I'd say it's in that like citrusy family, like an orange type. There's a bit of like a lime note I get.
Yep.
I smelled it before and I picked up pink bubblegum, but I picked up pink bubblegum on the last beer I had a little bit on the flavor note real quick. So I don't know if that was coming from because I didn't clean my glass. Shame on me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not getting that pink bubblegum right now.
Yeah, but the pink
But
gum.
note it, do a little check that I did kind of get a slight pink bubblegum. Yeah, I would say there could possibly be a little bit of a like a cantaloupe or some type of a melon type note in there too.
Oh, wow. All I got to say is that beer looks delicious.
All right.
Cheers. And
Cheers.
please be delicious. Please.
Extremely creamy mouthfeel.
Yes.
Lower end carbonation. I think that's assisting with that. It almost drinks like a beer you'd get out of a cask. That was my first sip of this beer. I hadn't sipped it before. I smelled it prior, but didn't take any sips. That was first sip. I'd say very weedy on the flavors from the malt, wheat and maybe oat.
Oh, oak. Okay, nice. Because the creaminess would be the oak as well, too, right, Mr. Bumpy?
Possibly.
Yeah. Love those oaks.
Yeah, it's kind of it's got like a milkiness to it. It's almost like I would think this would be like one of those oat cream type beers. And it's very kind of light on the flavor profile as far as like nothing's coming off like super robust. Everything's kind of melded together. It's a bit like you think like a fruit bowl type thing, but with like I'd say it's a little floral-esque. Say there's a little bit of like slight kind of melon. There's like the citrus type notes aren't coming off like they were in the aromas. There's a bit of a spicy heat to it too. I'm not sure if that's hop burn.
A spicy heat. And I'm going to say it's hop burn unless it's supposed to be having stuff in there like peppers and stuff.
Yeah, no, not like pepper, not like hot pepper. Just there's kind of I'd say I'm contributing to hop burn. I think it's super hot, super dry hopped. Because it kind of gives me it's almost like a black pepper feel on the palate.
Oh, so it's not like a pepper burn like we get.
Yeah, it's just kind of like there's a drying effect that kind of just leaves these like sparkly bursts of almost like what black pepper would do without the flavor of black pepper and without like the spiciness of it, but the feel that it would leave with eating something that has a lot of black pepper on it. So once again, I think it's dry hop, so heavy that it's super hop burn.
Wow. Well, but it also could be not. It could be green too. I mean, how long have you got in the beer?
It's 2 to 3 weeks old.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just I'd say it's kind of just coming off like a fruit, a fruit bowl. I would say I'd get a little bit of papaya in there, maybe a little bit of not quite cantaloupe, but within that realm, like so kind of melon like. The citrus notes, like I said, not really coming through for me on the palate, like they were on the nose. Like I was expecting more like the tangerine, orangey, lime type notes to kind of shine through on the palate. That's not happening. It's kind of dialed back a bit for me. I'd say even towards the finish, maybe even going a little bit earthy toned. So I'm throwing in papaya. There's just kind of something in there that's leading towards that, and say the bitterness on it. Is kind of on the mild side. I'd say mild, moderate bitterness. It's maybe grassy, maybe even a touch of pine. But it's kind of everything's just dialed down. So it just kind of works because it's just wheat and oat, like from the malt. There's not much else going on with that. So not like a super amount of sweetness out of the malt, but there's not like so much hoppiness that's distracting from anything either. And the bitterness, like I said, for me is coming off kind of a lower side to moderate bitterness level. Pretty easy to drink. Body, I don't even know if I mentioned the feel of the body.
You did say it was creamy. I believe.
Yeah, it's creamy, frothy, kind of like I'd say a little bit on the lower side carbonation. Yeah, it's got this kind of liquid base body to it. It's I'd say on the lower side, like a lighter mouthfeel, to a slightly going into like a medium body. It doesn't have a lot of heft on my palate, so that's what I'm getting out of it. I'm curious to see what Dan's getting out of this beer.
All right, let's get Mr. Dan up here and see what.
Very easy to drink though.
And I agree with what you're saying.
Even with that amount of hot burn, like I said, it's got. I'm saying it's hot burn.
And also,
unless there is kind of black or white pepper notes in this.
Right.
That's all right. Cheers.
And also, Bumpy, I agree what you meant when I said Bumpy and Dan, because you both have the same beer. That's why. Yeah. Let's get Mr. Dan.
To be honest, out of the glass, my nose was kind of muted. But to be fair, I didn't really get a chance to let this warm up a touch before I, obviously I went and grabbed it out of the fridge directly. But out of the can, like the nose is very kind of robust and everything. And that I agree with that citrus aspect. And you nailed the lime on the head. Like I'm getting a big pop of like a zesty lime.
I smell out of the can too. Do you get like those candy necklaces?
I've had that. I haven't had that.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, I almost got like a orange Pez. So yeah, candy necklace.
Oh, you're talking about the Pez candies too? Okay. All right.
And then the lime for me is more of a limeade kind of thing. Like if you had like a fresh limeade, like Wegmans, they have their organic limeade. I buy it all the time. It's good stuff. But yeah, just a lot of citrus tropical notes on the nose. But yeah, mine was pretty subdued. Now that it's warming, it's kind of opening up. But out of the can, I think the nose is a lot better, personally.
It's like
transitioning to the palate. It's almost as if that carbonation is weird. like it's not undercarbed, but it's like slightly above being undercarbed. And it doesn't take away from it. But it's almost like if you took orange juice, mixed it with limeade, and then just put like a touch of Sprite in it to give it like the littlest bit of carbonation and add to that lemon thing. That's kind of what I'm getting out of that. I think overall, like the body is thin, the mouthfeel has that slight creaminess to it, but it's also a wet mouthfeel too. Like it's very overall, I don't think it's drying, and it's wet. It's just kind of refreshing and coats your mouth. And I agree with the malt base. I'm almost getting, the more you drink it, it started out subtle, but the more you drink it, it keeps getting fruitier and fruitier. If that makes sense.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Like as it's opening warm, like I could see this getting warmer and warmer and being more fruitier, and the bouquet of the floral notes kind of pop even more.
Which is what you want. You don't want to get disgusting as it gets warmer.
Oh yeah, it's really, really easy drinking. It's very refreshing. Like Bumpy said, that bitterness it's non-existent almost. Perfect. I mean, there's a slight vegetal kind of thing there, but as far as like bitterness, it's just it's a juice bomb. It's a chuggable juice bomb. 8.5%. That's where this thing gets dangerous, because it does not feel like 8.5 at all. I don't get any.
I forgot about the ABV.
Yeah, like doesn't this drink like a 7%?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I could see like downing a couple of these, few of these, and then I end up like
on the floor. You'll be on the floor, or you'll feel warm sensation in your freaking head that you feel when you drink these freaking things.
So I will say that peppery note you were getting. I think it's more residual hops than anything. Like it's almost like if you lick the cone of a hop and that kind of burn, you know what I mean? That's how it's coming off to me. It's not, I don't know. And are you getting like the sticky residual kind of thing?
Yeah. I'm a little bit sticky, more towards my lips are a little bit dry on top, but where my lips kind of are wet still from my teeth and saliva, that's got a stickiness. Yeah.
But every time you drink it, that wetness kind of just reignites everything. And yeah, I don't know. Bumpy put out a lot of great tasting notes and everything. I don't have much to add, but just to me, it's like this hybrid of like lemonade, limeade, tropical juice kind of thing. But to me, the strongest point of this beer is the drinkability and that subtle carbonation. Because I was worried that this thing was going to be like, I saw the description, 10 pounds of hops per barrel. I thought it was going to be like one of those thick things that like halfway through, it's so sugary sweet and just like you get palate fatigue and you're just like, oh, I can't get through it. Whereas
one of Kettlehead's better beers that they've
put out. This is a fantastic beverage. Like I said, I had some Expo, but that was you can't even count that. Like it's a beer I tried almost before I went home. So, yeah.
Nice.
This was cool, man, to get the same beer and by coincidence. And
I just wish you had this with me too, Mr. Dan. I wish you, because I kind of the similar color to this beer that you have and Bumpy. So pretty cool. And I will tell you this. Oh, yeah, let me blow myself up if you're not still talking, because I don't want to be rude, but yeah.
No, I'm all set, Alex.
I want to hear your stories too. You know, that's how it goes, man. Yes, you are. I will tell you this. We are on the same boat, all three of us, as an 8.5%. Yes, it does not. And I will tell you this once I start drinking it, and then we can understand that. We got, like I said, 400 X, and it is a, like I said, from EQ, which is and then a clad with magnified, which makes good stuff. I've had their stouts magnified, and they're good. So, and it is a double India Pale Ale. So, that's what it looks like a New England IPA, like it should be, or a hazy, or whatever we call these things, and it's not New England, it's a double India Pale Ale, but it has that look to it. Hazy, yellow, creamy, that's what I want. So let's get into the smell. Before we do that, it's one finger ahead. Okay. Well, I smell dankness. I smell sweetness. I smell kind of like a sweetness, a oranginess thing, I think. All right. Let's get into this. I'm thirsty. Cheers.
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 Right off the bat, taste that sweetness. Kind of like a grittiness towards the end when I'm drinking it. But not disgusting. It's very delicious. Again, this stuff's good. There's like a dankness, sweetness, kind of like a creaminess to me, or a juiciness. There is, I'm trying to get the fruitiness. There is definitely fruit in this. But when I first put my lips on the glass and drank it, I did taste like a grittiness, like a kind of like maybe a pineapple, but a pineapple's good. So that's delicious. All this stuff's good. Trying to explain as best I can. I'm trying. Things change on the pouch. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell you this. The 8.5% does not drink like that. That drink, it literally drinks like a 6 or a 5 or a 7, not an 8, not an 8.5. Yes, these things can be dangerous. You are correct, Bumpy and Dan, because yes, they do remind you as you're drinking it. You get that nice warming sensation in the throat and say, okay, this is not a 10, this is not a 8%, this is not a 7%, this is an 8.5. So it is giving you that idea. It's slow down, otherwise you're gonna be on the floor. Now you may not. It all depends on how many beers you're drinking in between. If you're waited 10 or 15 minutes or more and you're just thirsty and you drink another beer, you might be fine, but I don't know. But yeah, this is, as I'm talking, there is slightly some bitterness and make you want to go back for more. That is so nice. That's why I look for these beers. Yes, do I buy a whole bunch of stouts? You're correct, sirs. You guys are correct. That's just because I like to collect. And, well, unless it's a 8.2, I'll be drinking that because that's not ageable, I don't think. So, but yeah. As I'm drinking it, though, there's a slight weirdness to it towards the end as I'm putting on my palate. It's so hard to explain. It might be the alcohol. But either way, but that's always the case because it's alcohol. But most of the time you can't taste that alcohol. But as I'm drinking, you taste that you taste the what's it called? The citry, the juiciness, the pineapple, the sweetness. But as you're drinking, and as it's getting warmer, it's not turning in disgusting, which I'm surprised. A lot of these beers, a lot of other beers, like what's it called? Like a beer that's not craft, and you drink it, and you keep drinking it, and it gets warmer and warmer. Not good. It's disgusting. I'm talking about like Miller Lite and stuff like that. And Miller Lite's good as long as it's ice cold. It's delicious when you're not in the mood for craft beer. But I'd rather stick with this delicious stuff too. You know, my favorite. But it's good to have the coolers, banquets, and all that, just to keep you. If you don't feel like drinking this right away, you can drink that as well. So, lovely, lovely, lovely beer. It goes down smoothly on the palate. Very dangerous. I will warn you. Very dangerous, as what Bumpy and Dan have. They have a similar beer, and it's very crushable. Drying on the palate, on the back end, but very delicious, very flavorful, very crushable. So just to let you know. But that's with any beer, 8%, 8.5s, 10%. It doesn't matter. Some of those beers, I don't care how strong they are. Sometimes they do act like a lighter beer. But no, they don't. They are not. So, I mean, it's true. It's true. It's true, beer man. If you're going to say something.
You're right. It depends on how they brew it.
Yeah. And they're delicious too. So, well,
yeah.
I'm done with my little rant. So we're gonna get back Mr. Tanner, and we're gonna see what his stuff was. Well, he is back inside. So let's get the Tanner going.
All right. This is pretty good. So I'm eating a Chipotle burrito.
Oh, nice.
It's a little spicy on the palate. This is good. I like it. It's a little bit more citrusy forward. Kind of wish I had a little bit more tropical flavor. Kind of wish I had a little bit more carbonation to it. Overall, definitely a solid beer. It's got that signature kind of Fox Farm kind of like yeasty breadiness to it. It's always really good. As far as the score, definitely not my favorite product by them. Overall, I'd probably give it maybe like a 85 out of 100. I still think it's a really good, solid drinking IPA. Yeah, I just kind of wish I got a little bit more out of it. And I've had some better products by them. But overall, like I said, I think a day like today, you know, kind of said this with my last beer. It's really hot and humid. So sometimes you don't want something that's too filling and hop saturated and all that gloopy, gloppy good stuff that we normally look for in New England.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm enjoying this. And it's going to go well with this burrito. So cheers, everyone.
Nice.
Cheers.
Thanks,
Now it is Mr. Beer Man.
Yeah, I have my notes written out. It's going to go quick. You know, this is an old beer. It's 3 months old, and that's okay. It is sweet. Okay, let's go through my notes. Melon, honeydew, possibly cantaloupe. Sweet tea. Tea, but sweet tea. Minty,
Nice.
eucalyptus, orange, pineapple, peachy, nectarine, passion fruit, papaya. Peach Lipton sweet tea is what comes to my mind. Peach Lipton sweet tea. Sweet bitter balance is perfect for the style or whatever they are perceiving here. Fuller body, smooth, creamy mouthfeel, drier finish, leaving it with the wonderful flavors that were picked up. Had a really nice. If it was fresh, it would have been really, really beautiful. Finish is sweet though. It does have that malty. I wouldn't say caramel, but you're definitely getting kind of a sweet tea, South Carolina vibe. North Carolina sweet tea. Eucalyptus, spearmint, stone fruit on the finish. Yeah, it like leaves like a residue that goes down your throat, and you just keep tasting that. That could be the off flavors. I imagine it is. Score, if it was great, if it was new, would be probably in the 94 range out of 100 or a 46 out of 50 BJCP. Very good, excellent. But if it's old like it is now, I would say it's a 37 out of 50 and an 84 out of 100.
Oh, wow.
So there you go. Cheers.
All right. Well, it's Mr. Bumpy, and then the Dan, and then me.
Cheers, beer man.
Boom.
Cheers.
Cheers, Mr. Beer Man, and thanks for joining, my friend.
Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. That's why I do this stuff. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, so this is a Kettlehead and Modest Man collaboration. I like this one from them. It's pretty easy to drink. It definitely has that hoppy burn to it. I'm liking that it's not super sweet. That's something I think Kettlehead kind of leans towards. You kind of get a lot of their double IPAs and stuff coming off a bit too much on the sweet side. I think this one's a bit more balanced. So I would land this one closer, top end. Very good. I think it's very crushable for a double IPA at 8.5%. Not quite in the excellent range there, but it's definitely a huge improvement on the way I feel most of their double IPAs come out. Cheers.
Nice, dude. Cheers.
All right. Now it's Mr. Dan. Let's get him up here and see what he has to say. Bam!
Yeah.
Hello, Dan. Welcome.
I'm always muted. I always forget.
Well, that's okay. You just
Sign
gotta go.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my friend. You got the
All right, I got you.
The more I drink this beer, it really has opened up for me. I'm getting really, I feel like I just ate a few tangerines and popped open a alien egg passion fruit and sucked the glop out of it.
Wow.
Like the passion fruit, I don't know about you, Bumpy, but like it's getting a little bit more tangy and kind of tart for me.
There is a tanginess to it that I'm getting.
But yeah, maybe a slight low peach too. Overall, I would be more than happy to buy a 4-pack of this. And,
yeah.
I only had the 1 can. But yeah, I would more than happy to get a 4-pack. For my rating, I usually rate out of 5, so I would land mine at a 4.5 out of 5. I really enjoy this. It's in a world where a lot of IPAs end up on the sweet side, a lot of the hazy ones, like Bumpy said. It's just kind of refreshing to have the drinkability there. And if you're looking for that juicy, hazy IPA, I can't recommend this one enough.
Oh.
If you're looking for that bitter kind of hoppy thing, not so much. But yeah. Yep. I enjoy it.
All right, dude.
Cheers.
Cheers,
And
man.
thanks for joining, my friend. And we're going to be doing, last, shouts and stuff like that next time around. Once I am done with myself, I may blow myself up. I'm a little bud. Okay, I'm just joking. All right. So,
Blow yourself up in your little butt. Is that
That's a little deep
keep it up.
cut.
You gotta have fun. That's what I love about doing this stuff. Yeah, I do like my sweet stuff. Yeah, but as my YouTube journey has grown, as it grows, eventually, my brain might say, you know what? It likes more bitterness. Yeah. Do I drink bitter beers in a sense? Yes. Oh, what is up there, legendary Flacco? I'll get back to myself in a second. What is up there, legendary Flacco? How you doing, my friend? Nice to see you, bud. We need to drink some beers together sometime in the future. Probably, we'll do the shout-outs in the next few minutes. Never mind. But yeah, you'll get what I'm spraying. But yeah, nice to see you, Flack. I hope you're doing well. And this beer is very delicious. That's all I gotta say. And I am drinking. Well, not all I gotta say, but I'll be saying what I gotta say in a second. That is what I'm drinking. I've never had this before prior. I've obviously had Clads, but I've never had this beer itself, and it's very delicious. I'm really enjoying this. I need to get more. It is the 4000 X, and it is a double India Pale Ale, 8.5% by volume. And trust me, I think they need to put this out during the winter months because this is keeping me warm and toasty. Although I did drink a stout earlier, so. But yeah, So try to get that because it's what's it called? What is it called, Dan? Again, the abbreviation. Jesus, Mary Joseph. EQ.
Collaboration.
No.
EQ.
EQ. So EQ and Magnified. Check out both breweries. Most of my peeps have done that. Well, the Magnified, I think, is New Jersey. So, but yeah, let me see what you guys say here before we continue on. What is up there, Josh? Before I continue on, what's up there, Josh? Cheers. Let me see the legendary. Let me see the legendary. Like I was saying, bad ass can. Thank you. It is. I mean, it kind of. I didn't really touch onto it because I'm so busy wanting to drink the beer. It kind of reminds me of like if you're like. It's like a telescope. It kind of looks like a telescope kind of thing. Like if you like, not a telescope for space, but like if you're like a doctor or if you're checking out like blood cells and stuff like that. And I mean, it kind of looks like that. I don't know, but that's what I'm getting at. But it's definitely a telescope. So for blood cells or whatever they're investigating or whatever it is, it's still pretty cool. What's that?
It's a microscope and it's 400 times.
Right, because it's based off of the blood.
So
they're not doing
times it sees the cells. So it's one of those things where you put a little like or glass thing with like your blood and you can see the cells. Remember doing that when you were a little kid?
Yeah, that's what that is, I believe.
Yep, that sure is.
Yeah, so so that's pretty cool how they make things spin off. I like it. Maybe a person at the brewery or a brewery had a brewer at the brewery, probably, is a doctor or something, of that nature. I don't know. I mean, I don't need to read into it too much, but it's still pretty cool. But I think that's what it is, possibly. It's pretty cool. I've never seen it before, so we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll do a regular one of this instead of a Clyde. The Clyde's good. Maybe they'll do a regular one. We'll see what happens. So, last thoughts. Again, I could talk an ear off. Damn, I didn't realize that. Hey, that's wouldn't be me if I didn't. I'm gonna give this a 95. I love it. It's very tasty. I may drink the last beer off here with you guys, and then that'll be it because I got work tomorrow. And maybe we'll see what mood I'm in. I also got to eat something too, so I'll probably do that in between. So yeah, this is good. This is good stuff. So a 95. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna give it a 98. I'm really enjoying this. Again, I hate saying that. I should stick with my guns, and I do. But you drink another sip, and it makes you think, okay, the beer's good. So if you can get this, please do. It's a good beer for summertime, even though it's an 8.5%. Still a good, delicious beer, still crushable. If you like bitterness, it's perfect. If you like sweetness, it's perfect. If you like a crushable feel in the palate, like a juiciness, perfect. But if you don't like dryness, again, it would be perfect if you do like dryness. But if you don't like any of these things, stay away from this beer. But if you like it, please, by all means, check it out and just enjoy it because it's a crushable beer. Well, it feels like it. It's not. Just to make that clear. So that's it for me. And if you can get this, please do. We're going to get back to Legendary Tanner on the shout outs and stuff like that. So cheers, everybody, and check this out if you can. I don't know how many. I don't know if this is still around. It may be. I don't know. So check it out. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. So shout outs for me. I just released a video on a whiskey, 1792 foolproof. Oh God, excuse me. 1792 foolproof bourbon whiskey. So check that out. Just did a review on that. That was fun. It's a good video. And then tomorrow I'll be bottling up my Mexican hot chocolate stout. So we'll get a little home brewing going tomorrow. And then next Monday we're gonna do some type of whiskey examination. We got to figure out what we're gonna be examining.
We did decide.
Which one?
Well, we talked about it and we were going to go for it, but everybody was too drunk to remember.
Oh no!
The regular small batch.
The Four Roses small batch.
Okay,
that's what you had mentioned. You said that's what you wanted to do.
we did that.
We did it.
I don't know.
Play Colombo, Tanner.
We'll look into that. So yeah, either way.
If not, then I'm just going to start drinking it.
Either way, Monday.
You did not do
There
4.
will be a whiskey examination, roughly around 8 to 8:30. Supposed to be 8, but there's a panel member who typically never shows up. But we try to make some time for him to.
Oh yeah, I know who that is too. We got.
Yeah, I know who that is too. He's at the bottom of the screen there.
Yeah. I know who.
Well, there's a host who never wants to do the whiskey that panel member wants to do. So
Dan's like, oh, let's review all these $60 to $100 bottles, everybody.
You could not buy 3 of the $20 bottles and just buy the $60 bottle.
I like the $20 bottles. Other than that, as far as shout outs, let's see. Check out A Beer for Breakfast, Facts for Snacks with Drew.
Good
Check
job.
them out. And also check out Whiskey Encore with Cheech. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, now it's Mr. Beer Man himself.
Well, gee. Oh, I can only get a handle in Astoria of that. Chingas. $65. Okay, shout outs. I'll have to look around a little more for that. I'll be able to find something. 2 people, man. This guy is not. He's been following me from my Trees Wiz channel, my cannabis channel, but he's went into this reaction thing, and he's really cool. He's from the Virgin Islands, so he's got kind of like a that Virgin Island kind of accent. Cool dude, very nice. He smokes a lot of reef, but he reacts to a lot of like robbers robbing people or shootings at gas stations and stuff like that. So Monarch Smart TV, I got to cough really bad. Hold on. So Monarch Smart TV does reaction videos to like to funny shit though, like shit that you want to see someone react to, not like your music or this or that. This is like people actually getting out of cars and 5 black dudes shooting down the house, and he's sitting there going, "Ooh, brother, oh my man, oh damn," you know what I'm saying? It's really fun. It's funny. And when you're eating, it's great to watch when you're eating and drinking some beers. It's just, I don't know what it is, man. The guy's really cool too. So go check out Monarch. Let me put his thing up here real quick. Check him out. Dude. Seriously, dude.
You could do that, Mr.
Funny
Beer Man.
shh. I won't cuss. But it's funny.
Curse. I don't care. You're my friend.
Funny shit. And then the next guy I would like to shout out is Northwest Small Batch Brewing out of Portland, Oregon, close to me. The guy is great at putting up shorts and instructionals and certain little tidbits of how to do things as a home brewer, and I think it's really cool. So him and I need to get together, and he wants to see my brewery. Maybe I'll have something on tap and serve him some beer one day. So
I need to see your stuff too, Beer Man.
You come here and I'll give you what you want as long as it's on tap.
And if you don't, I'm still going to drink it anyway, so it doesn't matter. You're still Beer Man. You still, If it's there, it's there. If it's not, I'll still enjoy it. Doesn't matter, man.
All right.
As long as I'm with my buddy, that's all I care about.
That's all I care about too, man. Oh,
You know,
yeah.
drinking craft beers, it's awesome. So it's a
yeah. Don't really have anything coming up. I'm actually brewing tomorrow. I'm going to be brewing my Marathon tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be ready by end of August, so I can send at least 6 of them out for samplers for when I go September 4th to the 11th over on the northeast coast. Flying into Boston, and we'll hopefully meet up. We're kind of loose cannon on this, so we're just going to kind of take it. And
it is loose cannon for sure.
We're just going to go, and we're going to have fun. So,
but regardless, we will have a good time, though. Yes, if I make.
Oh yeah, whoever's there, we'll have a good time.
Exactly.
And, but other than that, I don't really have anything. I think I have a couple beers to review, but I really need to make beer. It's really nice to have beer on tap, so I don't have to buy it all the time. What I like about home brewing is you can brew any style, and it's just really nice to.
As long as you have the stuff,
it's something that you like on tap. So, I got a nice dry hop saison that I'll be reviewing soon. I can't wait to do that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm out. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex and Thomas Metal 75. Eric.
Yes, legendary Thomas Metal 75. You're correct. Yes. Now we got Mr. Bumpy. Oh no, yeah. Bumpy.
Yes.
Yeah, Bumpy. Then Dan, then me. Yep. Thank you. All right. Mr. Bumpy.
All right. I am grabbing a link address. I am dropping it into the chat. Go check out Off the 10th. Chris. He's a Canadian. Doesn't have a lot of subscribers. He's been around for quite a number of years. I know that he took a bit of a hiatus, but he's back. He's putting out some beer reviews again. So go just give him a look-see. If you like what you see, then maybe you can subscribe to him. Send him a hello. On my channel, I got of course, my beer reviews. Got my frozen pizza reviews. And sometimes I throw some stuff if I'm cooking. I cooked something tonight, and that's what it's going to be called, is something. That will be out eventually.
It's like a surprise. I give you a spray.
Yeah, it was a real surprise. It was actually something I just kind of made up. You'll see when I do the video, when I put it out.
It's your concoction. It's a concoction.
I am making it as I'm going along. It was kind of like just a real quick, like, what's in the fridge? Let's throw this together. No time, like I didn't have like measurements. It's a mess. I'll tell you that. It's a real
yeah,
mess.
but it's the bumpy concoction.
It is. It's gonna be one of my meals for work at some point too. So yeah.
Yeah, you have plenty of it.
Yeah, it sucks when you're by yourself cooking for yourself, but all you have is amount of food to cook for a family. And so I had
you are a land shark, Bumpy. You're good.
Yeah, at least I didn't make the portions my wife would make. It would have been a huge amount. One bowl and one meal. So basically, it was a meal for 3 people.
Awesome.
What kind of ended up being.
Wife's a hero. You know that.
Yeah.
Don't remember repeating
yeah. So that's all that's going on this side. Cheers.
Nice, dude. Cheers.
All right,
Cheers,
then it's
bro.
Mr. Dan and then me. Let's get the Dan going. Bam. Mr. Dan,
Okay,
you are mute. There you go.
I'd like to shout out. Let's see. I'll put it in the chat.
Yes, you are a moderator as well, so you could do that too.
So there's a subscriber of our channel and many of your channels, and he just started a YouTube channel. It's called Keep It Funky Beer Reviews. His name's Jordan. He's located in Albany. And so, yeah, check out his channel. Cool little reviews.
Oh, yeah, Jordan. He showed up at when we did Beer Tube Palooza.
Oh.
Right?
Man.
No.
That wasn't the guy that just showed up? Nobody knew who he was?
No. Different guy.
Okay.
It might be. No. I would have remembered.
Remember, it was Kyle's friend. Just
No, he doesn't know. I know who you're talking about. It was Matt's boy or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, check out Jordan and his reviews.
I just started watching this video. I just put that.
He's funny because he starts out with, "Hey, keep it funky."
Yeah, cheers, man.
Also, I'd like to shout out Keith over at 93 Lumber.
Legendary Keith. Yes.
On Sunday, he's been doing Sunday Spirits, which is kind of cool. And he's back to drinking beer and stuff. He had some health issues recently. So, he's back. So those are my shout outs. And real quick, I'd like to shout out Bumpy. You're killing it under your pizza reviews, man. Thank God, you're almost like at 1,000 views on that. So
I know, dude.
Keep tearing it up. Do you?
Pizza. Loves his pizza.
It was really cool to be here tonight. I work Wednesdays traditionally, but I had today and the next couple of days off, so I'm able to join streams that I normally can't join. So,
well, I'll probably be doing my Alex Friends tomorrow night if you want to join. If not, and if I don't do it, I'll be doing my other stream. So either way, you'll be.
Thanks for having me, and in the words of Jordan, keep it funky. Cheers.
Hell yeah. Dan, I always like to have you around. I haven't had the legendary Mike around, but it doesn't matter. You're still the other half, so you're good. But you're both my friends. Let's get it going. Let's get to me. Check out legendary FLX beer reviews. You'll catch out with the legendary Mike and the legendary Dan. Well, let me rephrase that. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Legendary Mike, legendary Dan. Check those two out. They're cool as shit. I've had Mike on here on my channel a couple of times. He's cool. I've had Dan many a times on here as well. So stay tuned for some streams with Dan and Mike and whoever wants to join on the streams. I will tell you this. My shout outs will be, I'll probably be doing Alex Friends tomorrow night around 10 o'clock, 10:30. If I don't, we'll definitely be doing Come Have a Beer with Alex around 8 o'clock and stuff like that. So we'll be doing that. And then Monday, be Alex Friends around 8 o'clock if I decide to do it. And then Tuesday, if I feel like it, do a beer review because I got to do that too as well. And then Wednesday, I don't know what's going on with this. With WildCard Wednesday, regardless, that's around 7:30. Right, if it's on my channel or both our channels, which is Eric, known as Thomas Mel 75. So if you see Thomas Mel 75, stuff on the street, let's see what's going on here. But let's get Mr. Robert in here too. If you see both lives active on both our channels, you'll know that I am doing them both. If you see that it's just Eric, Thomas Mo 75, around 7:30, it's just him, even though I'm there. So either way, you will get your WildCard Wednesday every Wednesday around 7:30 on either channel or one. You will not miss because if you see two channels, good. If you see one channel, good. Either way, you're not going to miss a WildCard Wednesday around 7:30. So, Robert, you have anything to review before we do the other stuff?
I just came from Ron's. I was Lagunitas, a little something. So I did the review up there. I just wanted to catch you before you went off. So when you went off air, I could bullshit for a little bit.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna get off air for a little bit. Yeah, I'm not gonna be on all night because obviously I have work tomorrow. We all somewhat do. But yeah, just check out all of our channels. Legendary Tanner, legendary Beerman, legendary FLX Beer Reviews, legendary Bumpy, legendary Robert, which is Whiskey Scout. He's been doing his stuff too lately, so stay tuned for that on his channel. Because hey, and occasionally you'll catch Robert at a location, and freaking amazing, pretty cool. So stay tuned for that. Regardless what Robert's doing, you will check his channel out, which is Robert the Whiskey Scout, because he's scouting out the whiskey. So check that out. So next. I don't think you've ever done any live streams, Robert, but you might have. But that was probably years ago.
That's been a while since I've done.
Yeah, it's been a while. I did talk to you on your live stream long time ago.
It's
It was
been
like
a long time.
Exactly. So just stay tuned for all the peeps that have a YouTube channel. Just check them out. Beer related, food related, exploring related. Check it all out because you never know what you're going to get. So let's get back to normal. Since Robert, do you have anything to say, Robert? Or I can.
No, I just.
Yeah, I think I'm going to set an alarm to wake up in about an hour.
All right, so guys, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys on. I appreciate Legendary Tanner. Appreciate Legendary Beerman. Appreciate Legendary Robert. Legendary Bumpy. Legendary Dan. And let me see here. I'm going to do the signing out too. But let me do the right thing here, like Eric does, which is pretty cool. This is Alex Beermaster. We will see y'all on the next live stream in the next video. This is Alex Beermaster signing out. Cheers, everybody. But we'll see what happens.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Hell yeah.